There you go. You can see it right over here. On the bottom, that gray spot over there, there's the jail bars. So, right there, as you can see. The big dummy? No, I haven't did it yet, so. Transform. It's just a recap right now. It's not a bypass. Whoa. There you go. I believe so. It's I'm just using it through the OS2 right now. I haven't even done anything yet. So okay, so we have this over here. Let's turn this off. Get this out of the way, and then let's start the next process with the triple bypass board. So the thing I showed you earlier with this, we prepped up. This was part of the thing, like prepped up. Part of it though, microscope. Let me add that image. Copy, paste. Whoa. So let me see, where am I having the zoom right? Yeah, so like right over here. As you can see, we did some preparation over here just to remove the caps. Because in the triple bypass or the mega amp, you need to remove some caps in order to enable the sound. So like all this stuff has been removed. As you can see, there's the signal for audio left, Sega CD left, 32X left. This part over here, however, has not been removed yet. Oops. So I guess we'll remove R24, 25. So from here, the 24 and 22, sorry. But it'd be a YM-YL signals. And then over here, you gotta remove these parts here. 73 and 72, just remove them. But you gotta bridge them as well. Without bridging them, that's not gonna work properly, so. So what I would do, you know, like if you want to bridge them, I usually just like to just do that. But sometimes if that doesn't work, I'll use these cap legs that I just tossed out and just bridge them together. But that's what you have to do. You just have to bridge them together. So just that, solder and stuff. All right, next up is the bypass board. So before we install the bypass board, there's a couple of things that's very, very important to do. Over here, the encoder. This is a CXA encoder. Well, the video encoder for it. So the bypass doesn't use this chip, so it takes out the output of the chip and then it goes into the board itself, thus calling it a bypass board. Let me see, where's my PC? Okay, so I'm gonna grab the bypass board. It's done by a bunch of good people out here. Let me show you. So that would be the board right there, the triple bypass. Latest revision on it. You get these at Insurrection Industries. Let me get you those. Jeez, screwdrivers all over the fucking place too. cool. Wait, okay, USA. So that would be the part you need to grab. So there's a couple of important things before we get into this, just to prepare for the install. So the encoder over here, this part over here, you wanna lift up these pins over here, these 3 pins, to bypass the RGB signal. So the RGB signal is right over here. So what I generally do is, like, I would take an X-Acto knife, use a fine tip iron, smaller tip iron for this. Let me put this back. Get this out of the way. I think this part here is done, so I might use this for a reference later. So lift them up. Oh, this one's way too big. That's what she said. Get a smaller tip on it. The Genesis 2, Genesis 1 is different for the bypass. It's similar. It's the same concept to it, but you could either lift the pins or you could remove them. Period. Okay. Clear up the workstation here a bit. Just free of clutter and all that. So right over here. These pins over here, right there, those are the pins you want to lift to bypass, because like the output is going through this board over here. So what you need to do is, like, take your iron, heat them up for a bit, like heat up those legs, just grab your knife, your X-Acto knife. Just wedge it out at that point. Heat it up, wedge it out. This one's trying to be stubborn right now. Whoopsies. Like that, like so. I don't want to apply too much pressure on my soldering tip because I don't want to, like, break it. So all the work is going through the side. This X-Acto knife itself. So just apply heat. And then from there, whoops, you get your tweezers, lift them up. 1, 2, okay. And then the last one right over here. Oh, what up? How's it going, Omega? And yeah, so right over here, there's one more over here. Just want to wedge that over there. And whoops. Let me just relocate this pin because it's, like, getting in the way. Luckily, this is a little bit easier for me to do because I deal with, like, a lot of pin lifting. I mean, you guys saw yesterday with the PS1 install. The X Station install, I had to lift some pins on it as well. So apply some heat to the leg, and it'll just lift up from there. So. And then at that point, there you go. It's good. So nice. Yeah. So this part here is lifted. Stay lifted. Get lifted, bro. All right. So that's that. Okay. All right. Now that that's taken care of, let's see, what else do we need to worry about here? Right, this part here. So this here is the sync line. What you want to do is like you want to take your X-Acto knife and then just cut this point over here and then this point over here. Okay. That's severed. Now to test for that, you want to check for continuity. So run your multimeter. Run your multimeter to the continuity part of it, this little part here, and see if it makes any noise on it. If it does, then that means it's still connected. But like what I'm doing is just connecting these 2 points over here. It's not making a beep. So if I do that, you could hear a beep. But if I do this, you should be hearing a beep. Now there's a beep over here. Now right over here, that you want to like follow that line and go over here. That's your sync as well. So your sync output's right over here. So you want to connect that over there and see if there's a beep on it. But there isn't any beep at the moment. So that means there's no continuity, which is good though. You want to remove that, sever that line over there. And now at this point, the VA0, the VA1s are really they're easier to work with because the encoder over here, your VDP, is well documented. It provides all the data sheet and everything like that. The ones that are harder to do is what you call it is the VA 2.3 and 4 and up, whatever it is. They have like different VDPs, so like they're not well documented on it. So let me give you the number for it. So type in 315-5660, right? Yep, that's the one, VDP. And you find a pinout right over here. Like a huge ass data sheet on it. So what we're focusing on is right over here, the RGB lines over here. This is the RGB line over here. So like looking at the data sheet, I forgot what the numbers are, but it's there. And for this one, I've done so many of them. Like you have to find this point. I think this is the point where it goes to RGB. Yes. Yes. So right over here is your RGB line. Where are you at? There you go. There's your RGB line right there. And what I would do at this point is just let me remove this first. Get rid of this excess solder. We're gonna be working on installing in the back of the thing. So where's my solder sucker again? Solder pump. Where is that thing? Oh, here it is. Let me just remove this piece here. Like what I would just do. Okay, there you go. Let's take a flathead. There's a lot of flux here. It's dirty. Scrub this clean. Just clean this off first. Yeah, I hate having flux and all that shit on it. And then take your screwdriver, your flathead. Take one of these awesome flatheads again. Oh god, yeah. That fish smells literally like. It's gonna pop the door open there. God damn, that fucking smells, man. That accidental cap leak made the cap pop. So what you're supposed to do over here is take this point, use your flathead, and just start scraping it off. Scrape it off so that way you could connect these lines. So what I'm doing over here, okay, and even on the top over here, what I'm doing over here is just taking the signals from the RGB line that goes into the VDP, the chip, and then wiring it up to that board that I just showed you earlier. Scratch it off, scratch it off. So instead of going through this encoder itself, it's going to be going through this board here. This board here. Okay. And so you have like a clean pads right there, but we're not going to solder them yet. So from here, your C-sync is right there from the place where we cut earlier, and just scrape that shit off, all right? Scrape it nice and clean. And then from here is I think at this point you are ready to go. So now, just to make sure, there are jumpers right over here. These jumpers will determine what sound chip you have. So if you look at the back over here, it'll give you a guide right there, the jumper settings, and it'll let you know which ones to set. So for the first one, the M1 VA0 to 6.5, that's the first Genesis. That's the Model 1. And it'll show you the Model 1 variation, and then the Model 2 variation right over here. So right now we have a VA0, so we need to set these jumpers over here, okay? There's jumpers over here, so we need to set them to 2. So from here, this over here side. No, I don't use a fiberglass pen. I use a flathead for it though. It does a job for me. It doesn't need to be that abrasive though. And I don't like to use fiberglass too often because I don't like the glass bits falling everywhere. Flathead works like a tiny screwdriver flathead. Oh, my hands are sticky. Give me 1 second. So we need to get those points down. Now, what does it say on the other part? It says C, D right, and E. So 3 more jumpers over here. So C, right over here. See this? See these nuts? Yeah, see these over here. C, D, D right there, and then E. Okay. So set those jumpers. Those are going to be used for the audio. This is the latest version of the bypass board. And now that we have this set, it's good to. We have to mount this over here. Now the problem is, like when Sega did this, you want this board to sit in nice and flush. And now the problem is, you notice that there's like these points over here that they're going to be getting in the way, so it's not going to sit in flush. So what I generally do is just heat them up, remove that, add some solder here, we'll do that, and then remove that part, alright? Close this door now. Okay, so from there, just use your flush cutters and just snip them off. All right, just snip them off it again, and then see if it sits in flush. If not, like as you can see, it's not sitting down as straight as I'd like it to. What I would do is just rework on these parts, like just add a little bit of solder here. And just shape them up. It's right here. Stick one here. Okay, cool. So right there. And then what I would do is just use a let's find some better cutters. Yeah, just trim them down a bit. Don't trim them down completely, but trim them down a bit with the cutters. And then just reapply the solder back again, like a small coating. There you go. Word, gave you a thing. And then this part over here, you just add like a really thin coating. It's good to have it like a really thin coating because it secures the DIN port down. Oh shit, sorry. Like you add like a really thin coating over here. It's a very common thing to do for all of them. And then over here, you just trim this off a bit. You just want it to sit nice and flush. And so for here, let me see. Did I? Yeah, now it sits in nice and flush here. Okay. Now what you want to do is use a little bit of flux. And just what is it? Just tack on this down a bit. Tack this down a bit so it stays. Oh, I'm not getting a good point. Not getting a. I'll show this view. Oh. Okay, that's better for me. Awesome. That's a lot better. So just to tack one point down. As earlier, you heard what if you were still around when Bob was here. He was just saying you need to put one down just to align it properly. Okay. At that point. Hey, what up? Oh, thanks. So just align one properly, okay. And then now that you have it aligned, you want to tack on the ground points first. Now this is the tricky part. Like over here, you could add. You're gonna have to add solder to these points, but you don't want to add too much, so you don't want to bridge them. So you just tap this a bit. Because if you bridge them, it's going to be a pain in the ass to remove them. Okay, cool. Alright, thank you. Thank you for the bits. Alright, so hopefully it's clear enough. Okay. Once you get this down, the ground points are fine. Those you could just add a generous amount of solder. That's no problem. But over here, these 9 points over here, you just got to be really careful with it. Okay. So that's that. Let me just use a toothbrush to clean this out. I don't think he's ever done a bypass, has he? He makes things look easy. I mean, it's not, is it, like if he does it live, yeah, it'd be awesome. Alright. Let's see. Well, more or less, I'm doing everything like it's raw and uncut, like the footage I'm doing. All right. So once you have this done, this part here, let me move this thing back. Whoa. Just want to test for continuity from here. So yeah, those are not a problem. ICs aren't a problem, but you know, like via holes are a pain in the ass because you gotta actually access the bridge point, the points on it. So what I'm gonna do is just tap each points, like neighboring it to each other, to see if there's any beeps on it. But I think it passed the test. Nice. So now I want to check for continuity on this end. So this part here is the RGB line. So like if I tap over here, this is red. You hear a beep, right? So yeah, that's so right over here. That's that has continuity, so it's connected. So that's a good thing. This is connected, and this is blue. Okay, cool. So the signal, the output signal that was here originally, has been bypassed. So you're taking the output signal and it's going right through this board over here without the pins touching from the original encoder. Okay. God, it looks so dirty over here. Now with that done, you'll need a few wires. So that beep, it tells you that you made the proper connection on it. It's a good thing to have, though. All right. Now here, at this point on, we're just gonna go grab some wires, and then just connect the RGB lines now. The input of it. Maybe the camera's too big, or just... Oh, no, it's fine. Okay. So from here, we take is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines for the audio, 7 wires, and then 5 for the power. I mean, people usually do 4, but I like to have all 5, just for the safety of it, just for insurance purposes, I guess. So what I'm gonna do is shear off wires. So we need about 12, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we need 12 here, okay? And then we don't need that much, like it just needs to yeah, we need to extend to the bottom of this board over here where the signal's at. That's for the audio. So just take that and just cut it right over here. Okay. I don't know. I have to get that set up if you want to hear that beep again. So what I would do? Oh shit! Done goofed. 1 second. Need like 2 more extra wires here. Let me just get this. basically there's going to be two wires that are going to be looping to the other side of it. So YR and YL. YR and YL right over here. They're going to be going through the front. Wait, right over here. Let me get this back over here. Okay, cool. So yeah, we got to loop that around. So with that image we had earlier, YM, that's gonna be these two right here, and that's gonna be connecting it to the front. So what I would do is like I would take the wires over here, like just trim it, like tin up the points first before anything. Do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And now this is where my OCD comes in for the wiring part, I guess. So to have that, what I would do is just cut this over here, and then no, it's not long enough. Just like just measure this out. So this part here is going to get stripped. Tin this shit. Alright. Right over here, it's going to look something like that. So just take that wire. Where are you at? So, weird. Thanks. So you take that wire right there, okay? That white piece right there, that's gonna be YL. And just, you see how I'm measuring it, right? Like it would make sense, because if I'm, looping it over, it just looks something like that. So what I'm gonna be doing is just shorten it up, measuring that. Okay, trim that off. Snip this, strip it. Then take this type of application, I would use like a toothpick. It's hard for me to dip the wire in there. So there you go. Just take that and then tin it. Just pop the shit in there. Now that you have this done, see? It looks nice and neat. So at this point, just take this wire, loop it to the front that we had earlier. And just feed the wire towards this line over here, this side, where the white. Yeah, for me it is. I mean, people use, like I said, people use different wire strippers, but for me, I hate using wire strippers, man. It doesn't work for everybody, but for me, I use some cutters for it. It doesn't work for everybody, so. Like, having wire strippers and stuff, it's just too complicated. It's just way more tools than I don't need, at that point. And like I could actually control the pressure with this here. Cause like if I'm, oh man, that's horrible. Don't use a lighter. Hey, Gargi. But yeah, I would not. Lighters gives it a dirty edge and stuff like that. So as we were looking at it, what was the thing over here? We had YR is so the gray wire is the right side of it. So the gray wire is going to be on top over here. Whoops. Gray wire is going to be on top. So what I do again, you know, like I just take this and just strip it. There you go. I like using this method because it helps me work on, you know, it helps me strip them easily. And again, I get to control it, how much I need to remove. Like if I'm working with 30 gauge Kynar, I also do the same thing. It's easier for me to use this than the regular stripper because it's hard to find like a regular stripper that has that sort of gauge. Yeah, nail clippers too. That's another good way to do it. So what I do is just shorten this part over here and this part. Keep the leads nice and short. So, and then from here, just pop the gray wire. That's mentioned, right? Yep. Over there and over here, like that. Just want to make sure that, you know, like I'm not bridging the points on it either. See it? Now I'm trying to see if we get a clear picture. There you go. Cool. See? Nice. Alright. Take care, Omega. Thanks for stopping by. It's the audio cable, so. Well, there's different type of flux for different applications. You have this one over here, this liquid flux. You have to put this in like a syringe because it's like it'll evaporate. So. This is good for wires. I like to use this for wires. It's pretty much down to the core. And then this other one I just got earlier today. This one. It's good for SMD work too. This pasty stuff here. That's actually pretty good. I like using this stuff here. Oops. So. Different fluxes for different type of applications. It doesn't generally apply to all of them at that point. Okay. I generally use this for like for wires. Yeah, just dip it in there. My hand gets all greasy and shit too. Okay, so we have this. Let's clean this up. Where are we at? There we go. Clean this thing up. Keep it nice and clean. And now, okay. Now for this end over here, yes. Now this end over here, we're gonna take. Well, before I even start that, I got to work on the Rgb line. Let me see. Move this back over here. Okay. And now let me disable this real quick. Awesome. Alright, so we need to focus on the Rgb line, which is right over here where the copper is exposed. This part, right over here. So before I add this one back in, let me just remove this so it doesn't get in the way. See. I would just take like a bunch of, like 4 or 5 wires at most. Let's take this over here, strip it, remove it, and then what I would do over here is kind of cool, I guess. I'll just leave this here for now. I mean, since we have an idea of where it's at. So I'm going to take this RGB line over here, 5-volt RGB and all that stuff. And then just what I like to do is, to give it that nice curl, I just like cut it here a bit, just not too much. Cut the same length from here. Okay. And then to do that bend, you just bend it like so. Like that, okay? Just bend it. Thank you. I appreciate that. So what you got to do over here is just bend it, you know, have that nice little bend on it. Well, not this one though. These two I'm not going to need. So, too many. Let's see here. Okay. So for the 5-volt over here, it's only for those 3 wires. I apologize. 3 wires over here. Connect the 5-volt. This is the 5-volt rail over here. Right over here. Oh, right there. And so I'm going to connect this to the 5-volt rail. People generally don't want to do it. It's optional. I like to do it just for, again, you know, just for safety. So again, so the board is fully powered. So what I do is just tin this over here. Okay. That over there. And then curl it up right there. Let's see. Just from that sort of length. So get it short to a distance. There you go. Strip it, dip, and then tin this a bit. Shorten the wire again. I don't like to have conductors this long on the board, so what I do is just, I like to keep them as short as possible. Again, you know, this is an OCD of mine, but nice. See, that's one over there. And then from here, remember that sink line that we had to scrape off earlier? This is your sink line right over here. So just add some solder on this part. Okay. Maybe just take like a little yellow wire or something like that. Let me see if this is good. Nah, I'll use that one. Let's keep this nice and short. Thank you. Well, I mean, isn't he the guy that just does like computers and stuff just in general? Like whoa. Like he's really good at just doing computer stuff, ain't he? And I didn't know he soldered. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, otherwise there's a 5-volt line over here too that receives power as well on that end. Let's clean this up first. Oh gosh, I'm sorry to hear that. All right, so right over here, you just take this wire here. Well, what I like to do is, again, keep it nice and short. So right over here, just strip a little bit of it. Expose some of that wire. And then just tin it. Shorten it a bit. You don't need much on it. You know when you made a good connection when you could actually strip from it. So there's barely any wires, like any exposed wires and stuff like that. So yes, correct. It definitely does. So right over here, what I like to do is, like, again, I like to keep it as short as possible. Oh, whoops. Keep it as short as possible. And then let's take your little wire stripper. Okay, from here. Now I had my toothpick here earlier. This is the part where I need like a toothpick to do the thing. I mean, to add flux to it. So from here, gently just tap it. Okay. Boom. Nice. Correct. It also helps out, it benefits the Model 1 as well in some way. While it might not completely remove the jail bars, it removes much of it, so you can barely see anything. Reason is, like, you're using, with the Model 1, it uses the Genesis 2 port on it, and you're not using the original one. So I guess part of it is the routing as well. So, hey, thanks, Doc. And now the next one over here, this is the Rgb line, all right? So back over here, whoa, where are we at? Okay, so we're here. So this here is the Rgb line. Let me get back to that hands-on thing. This here is the Rgb line. So looking from the back over here, it's RGB, and so you have to flip it from where it's at. So right over here, it's gonna bend it a bit, and then let's get this over here. So that's how you keep it. Now, as you can see, there's some extra slack as I'm bending it, like it's curling. So what I'm doing over here, try to optimize the wiring right here. Let's see. So I guess from here we could probably just shorten the wires up a bit. Okay, cool. Now it might be a little bit shorter. You could probably shorten this end too. Okay, cool. So from here, strip each one individually. I even use, like, sometimes, like, in occasional days, I just use, like, flush cutters too, just to strip them. But grab the edge over here. Not, just get off the excess wires here. And then just dip the shit again. Dip in flux. Make sure you get the right measurement. So, dip that over here. 1, 2, 3. So it curls up nice, as you can see. Now, we need to give it a bend over here. There we go. Awesome. So this makes your video signal a lot cleaner and your audio a lot better if you use the triple bypass. And so what we're gonna do over here is just curl this up like that. So give it that nice little, maybe a little bit loose out of here. Awesome. So what we want to do is just like curl it right over here. And then just figure out the distance over here and then snip it. Yep. And now with this part here, take your cuticle cutter, whatever it is you want to call it. Shorten this up a bit. Oops. And, expose some of the leads over there, and now dip it in flux again. All right, more flux, flux every day, flux. All right. It uses this is good for the HD retrovision cables too. Oh, thank you. Alright, thank you. Hey, Black Knight. Thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. How you doing, man? Yeah, so you have this over here, right? Thank you. I appreciate it. Alright, so we have this over here, right? Like this wire's over here. And now what you want to do is like, remember how we exposed some of the copper? We want to feed this into, jam these into the via holes. Let me see if I can put this here. Yeah, this is going to be tricky though. One second, I'm sorry, guys. All right, so we have this over here. My bad, my bad. Oh yeah, so we were just feeding this hole over here. And then these over here. Okay. Make sure they go in there properly. Get in there, tight ass holes. Yeah, just jam it in the holes in there. And so as you can see over here, it reaches up on the other side of it. Where are you at? Here, right there. So what you want to do is like take a... Oh, ouch. That fucking burned. And then just heat it up right there. Oh, that hurt a bit. Anyways, right there. Okay. Yeah, that's always the case. I gotta heat it. No pain, no gain. Shit happens. And you fed your points right over here for your Rgb line. Yeah, that's definitely true. You always gotta burn yourself though. All right, so that's a solid connection right there. All right. Oh, right over here. It's a solid connection for the Rgb line. Right there. What epoxy? Nah, I don't use epoxy. Fuck that shit. And so now we got this part down over here. I could just move this audio line, this cable back over here. Oh man. All right. So we have this over here. What? Solder that down, and then solder this end over here down too. Wait, or solder the other end first. This gray wire. Okay, that's one. Oh, one over here, and then over here. I'm not clean enough. Just gotta add more solder. And that's that. That part is done. And now if you look at it, it's what it looks like right now. So. And now this part, we got to work on the audio line of things. The audio line over here. So we'll need to take like 5 wires. There's 5 wires left on it. Take that, strip it. Do the same thing, you know, this whole curling method as well. So what I'm going to do again is, oh, excuse me, is just snip a little bit of each end of the wire here. Well, just shear a bit down, right there, and then right there. Okay. So what I like to do over here. Do the bend here again. But make sure that it reaches to the bottom of the board. So what I want to do here is see, align this properly. Since we're working with 5 wires, this one's going to be a little bit trickier. I think you might need more. I may need more. The ends here stripped. I mean, not stripped, sheared. Okay. So we have. It's right over here. Trying to see. So there's just a lot of bending here at this point. Making sure shit reaches too. Okay, cool. I think no, might be too short. No, it's not. Let me see. So right over here, I guess. It's an OCD again, you know. Don't mind me for it. So let's see. This here takes a little bit of time just to figure out, I guess. Just to get that right curl on it. Let's see. I feel like the wire is too short. Maybe I should add, just barely winging it, but let's see, because I know these two wires are needed. Let's see, I might have some extra wires. This one might be a little bit too short, unfortunately. As far as what, like just... All right, let's change up the rainbow color. All right, let's do this again. Let's repeat the process of shearing them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now from here, yeah, this is why this part here is I guess the longest part for me to do the bypass, because I want to get it down nice and straight. Make that shit look pretty aight. Shit. Okay, so we got this over here. And then there you go, that works. Nice. I think I got it here. Wunderbar. Alright, cool. So over here, just keep it nice and short. Do the first one. Get this yeah. It's funny, I'm no means an engineer or anything like that. I just do a lot of soldering. Like, it was funny, I didn't even go to school for this thing either. Like, no way am I an engineer. Like, this is all self-taught. Self-taught. Okay, so we have this other one over here. You know, there's people that read books, and then there's people that drive on the road. You know, there's people with common sense or people that are book smarts. So how does that measure out at that point, man? Like, I honestly don't know. Like, I just picked this up while I was in college, but I didn't go to, you know, I didn't go to school for this. I went to school for business, and I have a diploma there, but I wasn't doing shit with it. You know, it's like all my life I've been doing like weird software development and shit like that. At one point, software development, game companies and shit. And this thing was on the side for me, you know. Oh, too much. Okay, USA. I don't know. I just developed a fascination for this thing. All right. Try to shut this shit off. Alright, cool. Might as well. Now that I got the measurement for this, let me try to get this down too. The Flux, tin it. Cut it a bit. And oh man, sorry, I keep missing the camera on that part. I guess so, hey. This is fine for now. I mean, yeah, it's a full-time thing for me. This is a full-time thing. I've decided to like bring this up the point with the stream. So like taking the orders. I'm doing taking the orders, and I doing what you call it, like I do installs and upgrades for all systems and all that thing. It's a full-time thing for me now. I'm enjoying it. So American dream, right? Shit. And especially out in New York City, you know, like doing a job like this it's kind of fucking wild, man. Like, yes, it is for a customer. And so I'm trying to do this as clean as possible too. Like every work that you see here is basically from a customer. If not, I'll let you know otherwise. Yesterday was my personal one. I had to do some installs for just to show you guys how to do, you know, get the install for the PS1 digital and the X Station. Okay, that's that. That looks pretty good so far. Funny. You're so funny, Bob. It's not like I'm working on processes right now, bro. So that part is good. All right, cool. Next one over here. And the last one over here, actually. Okay. And right over here, this should be the final point. Should be a little bit cleaner. Not really satisfied with this part. No, it's my living room. This is my living room. No carpets or anything like that, fortunately. Oh. Okay. Alright, so that's that. Cool. Another guy going by the books. You're so cool, bro. Okay, so here it is. Right? Oh, wait. So we got something nice straight over here, alright? So that's what how I wanted it. Just to keep it like this. So from here we have to match up the signals. Let's get that image again. So from here, CR would be CD right. We might have to focus on these two over here, CD left. So wait, who hired this asshole over here on this chat? Hey, how's it going? No, it's not a bedroom, so here, let me show you. So it's just a living room and everything. Who is that? Shimano XPRS. Okay, so right over here, we have a CD right and left. Basically, yeah. It gives you right over here. So let's see, we have CL, CD left. So CD left would be right over here. Would be this one, I believe. So bottom part of the leg, bottom end of it. Okay, got it. So this would be CDL. So what I would do is just take this part. Thank you. Oh, hey, what up? How's it going? It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope things have been well. So right over here would be CDL right here. So what I would do is just measure it, strip it. It's self-taught. I didn't go to school for any of this stuff. Surprisingly, right? Like, and then right over here. I mean, if you develop something that you really like to do, like, you might as well go for it at that point, right? Might as well. The Flux does make the tinning more easy to work with. Flows better. Let's see. Well, this bottom part over here is the 32X. So, yeah. I've been doing this for like about 3 years now. I've had this business now, and it's been pretty well. Been pretty well off now. Like I'm happy. I got, I took off ish. I'm still working on it, I guess. Oh wait, wrong. I think I got the wrong one. CD left. Whoops. Mixed up the signal. My bad. Let me decide on that real quick. You guys being an asshole, so I had to, I'm sorry guys, you had to see that. Yeah, you guys kind of an asshole, so like I had to like block him. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Always got that one guy, talking shit. Don't need you in my life, bro. Like, it's not like I'm dealing with computers or anything, man. Like, what is your deal, bro? During my last year in college, I was just bored. I was upstate for school, and like I wanted to do something video game related. And so I had this on the side, and I was just studying it. I mean, I've always had this fascination of video games when I was a kid. So. Thanks. Like, yeah, I was still modding sticks. Like, I was given the story. I was modding sticks at when I was it was like 13 years ago. Holy shit! And I wanted to design my own stick at the time, and like it wasn't compatible with the PC, and it was only working for the PS3. So I just decided to just focus on that, just learn how to build a stick and stuff, and learn how to solder. And so I read up this thing called slagcoin.com, and from there I just wanted to learn how to solder, but I didn't know how to hold the soldering iron properly. I didn't know how to hold the soldering iron properly, so like I held it the wrong way, and like literally I just held the entire thing, like that, like trying to grip it, and so I burned my fingers, and that shit sucked. And so since then, it just took off. Like I just wanted to learn this shit, and you know, like I was working at odds and ends again. You know, doing software development and stuff like that, testing. But that is true. That is true. So, but yeah, like yeah, I used to build arcade sticks. I used to do fight sticks and all that stuff before I started this whole gig. And so years went by. I graduated out of college and all that. Rada rada rada. Started doing odds and ends and stuff like that. 32x left, and I wasn't too happy with it. So let me make this picture smaller. So I wasn't really too happy about doing this odds and ends thing. So like I was kind of like stuck in a limbo, and then one day I just figured it out. I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm not gonna work for anybody else. I'll just do my own thing. Yeah, I I started off with a Radio Shack iron, and no, not at all. I mean, my degree was like marketing, business administration, marketing. So, like I just learned a real world experience, top bottom now. Okay, so this is the bottom. So I just learned how to do it through just self-taught, I guess. I just developed a really big interest for it. Like even the streaming thing, it's still being self-taught. Like I have a good amount of people that do this, and fortunately they help me out too. So, whoops. There you go. Let me just. Yeah, it's good. I've been doing a lot of testing. Like I do a lot of the installs now, I guess. So for you guys, just tuning in. This guy Zar, he's a really good fighting game player. Like I used to play in tournaments a lot, like fighting games and stuff like that in the fighting game community. But I stopped doing that as well, and just again, just started doing my own thing here. I'm happy and make a living off of it, I guess. So, really content with what I'm doing. That's the bottom one. Dirt. So, I'm really content with what I'm doing right now. Yeah, KOF 13 is pretty fun. That's like one of the good games to play. Like good man, you made the right choice. KOF 14 is good too, but it's just too loose. It's too floaty in my opinion. Oh yeah, totally. I did mess up a couple of times. I mean, it's part of the process of learning it, man. You have to learn. You do make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes before they get good. So I mean, whether it's up to you to push and do it again, it's up to you, So. All right, so we have this over here. This is good. This end here is done. Now we got to focus on PSG line, which is right over here. That is SN7689 or whatever the thing is. You can connect to either one of these points. So what I'm gonna do is just shear off this part over here. I'm sorry, that guy just bothered me. Like he's a fucking moron. Like I'm not dealing with anything like processors or anything like that. Like if I'm dealing with SMD work, yes, then no, it has to be ESD. But goddamn, man, like do you have to be a prick about it? Sorry, I'm so mad about that. Like that guy's such a dickhead. Anyways, thank you. Yeah, I'm just doing this as a stream now. Like I started it Started not too long ago. Like started streaming 4 days ago. So yeah, with the PSG line, you could connect it to either here or here. It doesn't really matter. Let's strip this first. Okay, that's that. But like, it's a new sort of stream. I mean, I don't think anybody else has this sort of like thing going on. I mean, I like watching titties and video games sometimes, but sometimes on Twitch. But like, you want to have a little bit of a mix, I guess, as well. Have a mix of things. Oh, this is a microscope camera. Like if you look over here. Oh wait, I can't even show you. It's a microscope camera. Over here. Like I don't use the microscope when I generally solder, but just to show it to you guys, I guess it's good to have it. So you can see everything close up in detail. Because like soldering, there's some points like if I use like a regular camera, you could only see me soldering, but not what's there in detail like this. But yeah, like have something that has a variety of something new. Like teach people how to solder, teach people how to mod systems and stuff. I have a pretty high ceiling. It's pretty well ventilated. So. So the next one is 32x right. So that goes to the top over here. So this will be right over here. So blue wire over here. Oh, whoops. Sorry. I wish there was like a category for like modding, like hardware modding and stuff like that. But that means that like I think there's something that figured out. Like have a different side of different aspect for gaming. Like what makes it work. Thank you. Are you still playing fighting games and stuff like that? I haven't played anything in a while. Like I'm really rusty. I don't. An S&T. Yeah. There isn't people that do like. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. That's what I wanted to do. Really appreciate that. That's the whole point. Like I wanted to have that sort of thing of just having like guest appearances and stuff like that. People stop by, talking to them and stuff like that, and just having a good time, I guess. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay, so that's that. We're almost done, guys. So the last one over here is that's the whole point of it. That's what I wanted to do. Thank you. You hit the spot, man. So. Definitely. Definitely got all the old school games, man. Like all the CPS2 games. Got Third Strike. It's got KOF, Neo Geo, all this stuff. Like all fighting games related. That is exactly it. And so right over here, we need to work on. Yes, you can matchmake with people too, and everything. Oh yeah, right over here. Oh, you can. Oh, awesome. Okay, so set this off over here. Yeah, I've been dealing with a lot with like original hardware, man. Like a lot of like arcade hardware and stuff. Whoops. Try to ship this son of a bitch off. Okay, there you go. Yay, we did it. Okay. We'll just get this last one over here. And I think at this point we are done here. So as far as the wiring goes, there you go. What's that? Mr. King of Poverty, the Poverty Fighter. Plays like obscure fighting games. But yeah, this is the triple bypass install. Okay, let's test this out. I'm probably gonna have to mute my mic for a few because of the interference, as you guys noticed throughout the stream. And then just run some check this out. Okay, let me see. Get the right curve to it. Let's do the same. All right, let's do this. One second. Well, you know, if I have like more than 2 audio channels, it'll start acting goofy. Like my mic gets cut off for some reason. I think it was just probably too much bandwidth or so. Like this is why I need to get a mixer soon. Let me see here. So you guys can actually hear the sound and everything as well too. So at this point, there should be any interference But let me kind of thing. I'll show you something really cool. This is one of my favorite games to test out as well. But let's just get a bigger image of this. That's good. So as you can see, there isn't much of a jailbar issue. Like, it's pretty gone. I'm using OSSC right now. And now let me transform this. Transform 1, 2, 4. That's because this is in OS right now. So. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, this is normal because it's running through interlace. Don't be alarmed, guys. Okay, so here you go. Well, generally in this thing there was like some vertical bar interference. Like when you're playing this in RGB, it's not as clear as you want, and like there's some interference. So in for video gaming, like there's like some, you don't get a cleaner picture. Like the picture isn't so clean for it though. RGB usually provides like the sharpest picture on it though. And as you can see, it's pretty clear here. I'm gonna mute off my mic for a second. Well, can you hear?